Next, Jacob, why don't you tell us what is Moana about?
Well, you see, there's this rock who's apparently a god, and he finds this little girl who I think is like some kind of surfer. But they live on Hawaii, and it's basically a movie about Hawaii and how Hawaii became Hawaii and the spiritual essence of Hawaii.
Can you say Hawaii one more time?
Hawaii.
You probably can't see it on screen yet, but I'm fucking dying. All right.
I just saw you facepalm.
So Moana is the story of how Maui stole the heart of Tahiti, and
Tahiti's not Hawaii, by the way. It's its own country.
no, that was the name of the goddess island, the spirit of the island. I also probably got that wrong. I'm trying to pull up my notes to see what the real name was. Tafiti. It was Tafiti.
It makes more sense.
And caused like 1,000 years of darkness. So he steals her heart and causes 1,000 years of darkness or something like that. I forget how many years exactly.
A lot of years.
But then Moana gets called to the water and realizes that it's her job to take Maui to Tafiti and
Why did she decide it's her job?
Because the ocean tells her it's her job. She speaks with the ocean and kind of controls the ocean a little bit too. We'll get into that when we talk about Moana, the character.
So she's a demigod?
She's not a demigod, no. Maui is.
Maui's a demigod.
Yeah.
But so she's like sort of a god, but not a god.
She's not a god. She's a normal person who has been called to by the ocean.
Bro, if she can control water, she's a little bit of a god.
I think she's just a water. I think the water has just chosen her to control the water. I don't know. But she's not. I wouldn't say she's a demigod. I wouldn't go that far. But I want to say you were pretty far off with your description, and I loved every second.
That sounds about right so far.
Oh man, I'm so mad we haven't been doing this the entire time.
I mean, we can go back at the end, and I can give a description of movies I haven't seen.
I would be thinking about putting Moana at. I'd put Moana at 8. I love the music of Moana. Moana, make way, make way. Yeah. Also, the rock singing. You can't go wrong with the rock singing.
You can't go wrong with old.
I mean, you can.
Wayne the Rock Johnson.
I mean, you can.
Pumping out a good tune.
I mean, he does play the same character in every movie he's in. There needs to be some Moana quote songs. You're right. Fractured Fairy Tale. I will get on that for the next stream. All right. There is Moana sitting pretty at number 8.
It was a good movie.
I hate you so much. Now we got our new number 1 spot. Hey Hey.
Oh, that old chicken boy there?
That's old chicken boy.
Oh, he's god tier. Number 1.
He eats rocks. He consistently tries to walk off the boat to the point that Moana has to put him in a little hole so that he can't walk off the boat.
Essentially me.
Did you say essentially you?
Mm-hmm.
And he, once he gets on land, he immediately walks into the ocean thinking he's continuing to walk on land. And the ocean has to point him in the right spot. So I'm thinking Hey Hey goes number 1.
Yeah. Let me tell you why. He's too dumb to lose.
He's too dumb to lose. I love it. Well, he's going in bench. I think you might have
give him at least like some kind of meme seed.
Man, we're getting a lot of meme seeds from this round.
Give him 11 seed.
I was gonna give him the eats rock seed.
That works.
All right, then we got someone who I think will actually make the list. Maui,
It's The
aka
Rock, isn't it?
Dwayne the Rock Johnson, is on the list. Everybody, my notes.
I mean, he's got to be pretty far up. I don't know.
So we're gonna have a conversation in a second. Let me read off the notes. He is a demigod. He is a shapeshifter.
Okay.
Much
What
like
can you shift into?
every kind of animal using his hook. Now he does have to be holding a hook to do this, his magic hook. No, so much like a certain character who is pretty high up on this list, he can turn into any type of animal. He also is the god of wind and sea, or the demigod of wind and sea.
Good clarification.
Not only can his magic hook help him change into every type of animal, but it can also cut through pretty much anything. He has tattoos that communicate with him. So, like, if someone was going to attack him from behind, his tattoo could tell him. And he stole fire from hell, and he lassoed the sun. Those last two are according to him in a song that he sings, but I think they might be true. He also pulled islands from the sea.
How honest is he?
I mean, he's a demigod, so he's basically telling Moana like all the great accomplishments that he's done. He might be embellishing a little bit.
Because here's what I'm thinking: if he can pull fire from hell, I put him at 4.
Huh? I didn't even think of that. I didn't make that connection.
Because like Hades is at 4 and Hades is hell, but if he can take Hades' fire, I think he claps Hades.
Yeah, I think I can agree with 4. I was thinking he was going to end. Honestly, I could possibly even make a case for 3 because he's super strong like Hercules, and Hercules is also a demigod.
Yeah. 3 or 4. I don't know about 3.
Yeah, I think I feel more comfortable.
It's pretty even fight, to be honest.
Yeah, I feel like I feel more comfortable putting him at 4, but I think that would be a fight I don't think we'll see it, but I'll love to see it when we get there.
Classic 3-4 seed matchup. Happened in the Elite 8.
The Elite 8, if we get there. If both of them make it and they don't fight people that will beat them. The thing I like about this is actually becoming a very, other than like the top.
Well, technically, they're actually both all 1 seeds right now. So they would match up in
the final 4.
Yeah, they would match up in the final 4.
Yeah. But the thing I like about this is actually becoming a very balanced list other than like the top 10 right now.
Yeah, top 10's a really OP list.
Or like even top 20.
But we've seen upsets.
Yeah. I honestly like it's going to be interesting because I think there are going to be some lower seed characters that will win in the first round.
Yeah. I mean, I think Pumbaa's pretty much locked in at this point. and he could have an upset.
Honestly, he could have an upset stomach.
Feed Pumbaa some Taco Bell, like
that's where your weapons come from.
Taking out a whole village.
Now we got Moana. Now here's the thing with when I said she can kind of control water. In the movie Moana, she's more shown communicating with the water. Like if she falls in the water will lift her up. The water will help her speed to and catch up with a boat. Now, in Wreck-It Ralph 2, I don't want to give too much away because I want you to tell me what the movie's about.
Okay.
But she has an appearance, and she's shown controlling water out of a fountain into the air. So I think she does have the ability to control the water as well.
Or is water just like all one knowing being in this movie? Like all water's water.
That's true. I mean, it's possible. But I think that's still. I mean,
I would dare to say the water is cooperative with her.
Which I still think
she doesn't control it necessarily, but she has water on her side, which is also arguably equal to controlling water.
I was gonna say I think that's I think we're arguing semantics, but I think it's the same thing.
Yeah, I was trying to avoid that argument over the same exact thing, just presented two different ways.
Man, we suck.
We do have a tendency just to argue for no reason.
We're both saying the same thing, just in different ways, and we want to be right.
But we're both right.
She was strong enough to push over a boulder. She climbed a mountain. She outsmarted Tomato. That's not his real name. It's Temitau. It's the giant crab.
Mr. Krabs.
Oh yeah. At one point, she's basically Moses' the water apart so she could walk down it.
So any Egyptian characters fucked.
Let my people go. And yeah, I don't remember if I said this yet or not, but she survived a shipwreck.
Okay.
Plenty
of people survive shipwrecks.
Let me look at this list. I think she goes above Ursula at the very least.
Where's Ursula on the list?
Actually. I think she goes above Stitch at the very least. As we all know.
Where's Stitch ranked?
21.
I would agree.
Stitch, no likes water.
Water's pretty powerful.
Yeah.
But if we're, at the end of the day, if we're putting them in an octagon arena.
So I was actually thinking.
Is she going to have water with her?
So I was debating whether or not I'm going to make a visual representation of what this arena would look like or just write a description about it.
You 100% need to.
Yeah. What it's going to be, it's going to have everything. You're going to have a water spot. It's going to be like the Hunger Games almost. So you're going to have access to water, woods, airspace, rocks. It's just going to be like you kind of have the tundra you need. There's going to be snow as well.
I put her above Stitch, but not too much further. Maybe right at 21.
Yeah, I mean, he also controls water in a way too.
Yeah,
he did the Moses thing, so I think choose your own weapon. I think 21 would be a good spot for Moana.
Okay,
that feels right. We're actually
she technically would be the highest ranked Disney princess, I think, right?
No, Elsa is.
Oh, Elsa is up there. Disney princesses got OP recently.
Wait till we talk about Raya. Who I also think will make this list. Yeah, they really spiced them up. Stitch is honestly ranked a lot lower on this list than I thought it would be. All right, then we got Tomato. Tomato is a giant crab. He's also possibly David Bowie reincarnated.
Weakness, heroin.
I wasn't expecting that. He is very shiny. He likes shiny things. He sings a song about shiny things. He beat up Maui, the demigod that we just rated very high. But Maui, I mean, they end up outsmarting him and getting... Because so in the movie, since you haven't seen it, he is in possession of Maui's hook that changes him into different animals. And so they have to outsmart him to get it. And, he beats the shit out of Maui while they're trying to outsmart him. He also has a shell of pure gold.
Gold is actually a really weak metal. So I'm not putting too much into that. It is a metal shell as opposed to a normal crab shell. The fact that he beat up Maui though puts him on the list, I think.
Yeah. And like I said, he's huge. He's bigger than Marshmallow.
Mhm.
I'm also like one thing that I might be doing for the bracket is on the one-on-one characters. I am actually gonna have them on a lineup so you could see their height against each other.
Oh, that'd be pretty good.
Because most of these
Um,
characters have their height in access.
what about weight?
Some of them do, some of them don't.
All right, all right.
It's hard. I
I'm thinking. Hear me out.
uh-huh.
36.
I think he could maybe beat Fred. Reminder, that is a human in a costume.
Oh, that's right. That's right. The emoji confused me.
I I agree with 35. I was going to argue and then I decided I agree. I agree with that.
Okay. Okay. 35 it is.
I was going to argue the whole Ursula thing, but I think they're probably evenly matched. And I think because Kita's basically a fucking energy god, I think she's got the win there. But yeah, just a reminder, Fred is basically just Iron Man in a weird alien Iron Man like costume that spits fire and jumps very high. Which I mean, deserves him where he is, but I don't think he could beat Tomato. I'm gonna just call him Tomato.
Tomato.
Too bad he's not. If he was on the bench, I would have put him as Tomato Seed.
Turns out he's not bench though.
No. I didn't think he would be. I honestly didn't think any besides Hey would be bench.
Yeah, I thought Moana had some strong characters in it.
Then we got Tafiti / Takai. So Tafiti
George Takei
is an island that is a human being that controls nature and the water and basically life. And she when Maui stole her heart, so when her heart is stolen, she becomes a giant lava monster named Takai.
And that's why Hawaii has volcano issues to this day.
She can regrow limbs. And when she's the lava monster, she cannot go in the water. She does have a weakness to water. Didn't show any weaknesses as the grass type yet. So what I'm thinking is like if she's in a fight, if the person whatever reason steals her heart,
grass type is weak to fire.
She's just gonna become a rage fire monster.
You just got to get her angry, and then you can take her to the water.
So, the embodiment of mood swings. Honestly, true. I couldn't agree more with that sentence. I'm thinking 9.
9?
She's essentially both of these characters.
Here's my one thing.
She also, as the lava monster, beat up Maui and basically broke his hook and ended his life.
Here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
If anyone pisses her off and she turns into lava, she's gone.
But her lava monster strength is like the same would be the same as the Firebird. The only difference is she can't fly. Again, she's basically at the same powers as both of these characters. If anything, she's just as tall as the Firebird, if not taller.
I could get behind that, I guess.
I think she smokes
Chernobog. If Ursula's in water, she doesn't beat Ursula, and then like at 30, the hat can convince her to go to water and then make her angry, and then she's gone too.
Right. But I mean, again, we're not ranking one-on-one. We're ranking pure strength right now, pure like ability.
And for that reason, I think you're right at 9.
Yeah, it's just like both of these characters were so evenly powered, and I think she's just both of them in one character.
Yeah.